Hey everyone, we're going to go over some general Chrome principles today, and these are things we talked about last week. But before I dive in, I want to warn you, I'm going to talk a little bit quickly in YouTube. So if you're on a YouTube video so I've got just one right here. In the corner, there's a little gear icon. You can change the speed of this YouTube video. So click on that gear, and in speed, it says normal, and you can either speed it up if I'm not moving fast enough, or you can slow it down a little bit. So it takes a little bit longer to play through. It might help you follow some things, especially if you're still feeling new to all of this. So that's there if you want to use it. You can also pause the video and back up and watch something if you need to watch it again. So don't be afraid to stop this video. So some general principles when we're using Chrome. So across the top, we have these things called tabs, and tabs, they add to the window so we can have multiple things going on at once. So here's a zoomed in view. So you can see I've got my email open. I've got something called instructional technology, getting started with Canvas course modules. Look at the icons. So the Gmail window has this little mail icon. Drive is this little tricolor triangle. A document is a blue, looks almost like a document really. And then Canvas has this Elkhart E on it. So you can quickly navigate between multiple areas on your browser. So don't close a window only to open it up again. Just jump back and forth between your tabs. If you need to open a new tab, there's a button over here on the right, and you can use that to create a new tab and go off and do something else. The other thing you need to remember is if you're on any Google page, so here I'm in my Google Drive, I can click on this settings icon, and this opens up, or not with settings, it's a menu. It opens up a menu of all the different Google tools we have available. So if you need to get to Drive, you can open up that from your Gmail and click on Drive, and it jumps you to it. So remember that those are there for quick navigation. In Drive, we talked about sharing folders. Remember the analogy we used? If there's a central filing cabinet, I can go in, I can go through it, I can look at stuff, I can maybe add some things to it. But if I were to take anything out of it, including the folder itself, that means no one else has access to that. So when you are sharing folders, or you want to grab a shared folder to use for yourself, maybe you want to grab this 2016 summer trainings. If I click and drag it to my Drive, just using my mouse, that removes it from the filing cabinet, and nobody else is going to be able to access it. So when you're grabbing files from a shared file in particular, don't click and drag, because that changes everything. What you want to do is you want to click on the folder, and you can right click with a 2-finger tap on your keypad. And you want to, there's a link, I got to find a folder that's not already shared with me, which might be a little bit hard to do. But there's an option that says add to my Drive. So if you are working with shared documents from somebody else, you want to make sure you use that right click option. The shared with me menu over here on the left, this is a filter. So anything in the district that's shared with you is going to show up here chronologically. It shows you who the owner is, and this is where you're going to be doing a lot of your give me a copy of that. So let's see if I can find, here we go. Brian Hunter shared this file with me. I don't own it, it's just shared with me. So it's like I have access in that file system. So I can right click on it, and then I can do add to my Drive. That leaves the copy intact for Brian Hunter. It gives me a copy, and now we can both work on it at the same time, and those permissions stay the same. So whatever you do, don't click and drag, because that's probably the biggest problem that we come across. Remember, files or folders, as you start to nest them, they take the rules of the top level one. So if you have a top level folder that's shared as an edit with everyone, anything you put in there is going to be shared in edit. So you need to change the permissions based on what you want people to do while you're in the folder. In Canvas, remember there are multiple ways to set up your assignments. This is the teacher view right now, but as an assignment, we did a file upload and a Google Doc share last time. So the file upload is that final copy that you give, and you can either connect to your Drive and grab a copy, or you can download and upload. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but that's where you're saying, this is the final product I want from you. I don't want you to edit it anymore, because if they make edits, you're not going to see those. If you do a media or a URL upload, that would be like going to a Google document, copying, this is called the URL, from the address bar, and pasting it into Canvas, and that gives you the live view of that student document. So that's a real quick overview of everything we talked about. Remember, you can go back and watch this anytime you want. It's going to be available forever. If you have follow-up questions, please feel free to put them into our help form. If you've used that before, you know where to find that. If not, if you go to bit.ly/ECS1stop, it's in the video description. You can get to it that way. Or just save your questions for class, and we'd be happy to help you there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.